look out. Raymond. Larkin. Oh! Oh, to Smith. What a save! He tipped it in his own net. Now we got a 3-on-1. Tomasino holding. He scores! A double banger! Philip Tomasino makes it 5-2. Gets the puck for Detroit. Now they have possession of 2-on-1 the other way. Holding, shooting. Stopped by Nedeljkovic. A glove save, a beaut. No rebound and a whistle. Couldn't lift the rebound. Center point Grizzlick. Carlson, wrister. He scores! Final turn back as Carlson jumps off. Letang jumps on. 2-on-1 for the Pens here. Malkin holding, shooting. Scores! The comeback is complete! And ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has just left the building! Hello everybody, it is a hockey night here in Pittsburgh, the National Hockey League tonight, presenting from PPG Paints Arena. It is the Anaheim Ducks and the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Pens coming off of a very productive 3-game road trip, winning in Philadelphia, winning in Tampa Bay, and then securing a point in Dallas against the Stars. So the road trip for the Penguins netted 5 of a possible 6 points in the standings. Welcome in here tonight. Joey the Truth Wagner with you. Hollywood along with us for this special one tonight. And a matchup here, Hollywood, between a couple of teams who have, gotten younger and are showing some promise this year. The Penguins have shown much more promise than we expected coming in. And Anaheim, they've been in their rebuild for about a half a decade or so. And they are finally getting the fruit of their labor. Like I said, both of these teams, positive starts. To the season, and everybody hopefully over the next little bit here we'll be able to do some more hockey than we have done. This is the second and final regular season matchup between these two teams. These two teams played in Anaheim a week or so into the season. Anaheim won late 4-3 over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Coming into this one, the Anaheim Ducks are 18-10-1, 37 points. Penguins are 14-7-6. And for the Penguins tonight, no Evgeny Malkin. He was placed on injured reserve today. So the Penguins will try to make do without 71. Gray, I wish I had advice for that on how to bypass the blackout for ESPN Plus. I wish I had the answer to that. Unfortunately, I do not. I know it's the league in the blackouts is so stupid. because these leagues are now based on TV revenue, not in-ticket sales. So you want as many people watching as possible. Goaltenders tonight for Anaheim, it is Ville Husso. And going for the Penguins in net tonight is Arturs. Sheloff's in goal. Crosby swipes the face-off back. And we are underway tonight from PPG Paints Arena here in Pittsburgh. And Anaheim gets called for icing right off the jump. Anaheim coached by the Hall of Famer Joel Quenneville, the former coach of the Chicago Blackhawks, won 3 Stanley Cup championships with them. Off the face-off, Anaheim wins the draw in their own end. They flip it back to center. That's as far as they'll get. Skating back in with it is Novak to Crosby. Dishes it to Russ, and a blocker save made by Husso. Below the goal line, it's 87 offensive zone. Pass there in the slot, and Novak was robbed right away. Another great stop made by Husso. Here come the Ducks on the counter, 3 strong. Penguins break it up. It is eventually possessed by Brian Rust. He'll slow it down. And both sides here in the midst of a line change. As the Penguins, a couple of really, really good looks here in the first 45 seconds or so. That's covered by Husso. Will get a stoppage. Here's the better stop of them. Novak just getting robbed by Ville Husso. Face off to the right of him. Off the tie-up. Battle for it. Pinned to the far boards. The battle is on. Offensive zone for Pittsburgh. Puck squirted free. Shot there from a sharp angle. Misses the net. Hits the glass. Goes all the way back to the Penguin line. With it now is Erik Karlsson. Plays it to the far side. Penguins slipping into the zone. Mantha had a step there for a moment, but the puck did not get to him. Anaheim in the ozone, left wing side there. That shot there goes wide of the glove hand of Sheloff's. Chance there at the side of the goal. They're hacking away, and Sheloff's able to make the stop. Good save there by Arturs Sheloff's. After Husso made a couple. It trickles in there. On goal. Off the face-off. Slap toward the net, and Sheloff's made a blocker save without even seeing the puck. There's a ton of traffic in front of him. Puck careened by Graves. He'll push it up the far side to center. It's deflected down. Husso out to play it. Icing negated. To the near wall he goes. Swept below the goal line, taken by the Anaheim defense. Dug out from the far corner. To neutral it goes. Wristed right back into the attack by Penguin defender Connor Clifton. The battle is on. On that near side. Anaheim able to work it back out to center ice. Ryan Shea with it. Plays it to Chris Letang. Cross rink feed. Penguins inside the line. With a shot there right on. Knocked down by Husso. Koivunen on the rebound. His shot's blocked. Sent across there, and that chance misses the net by McGorty. The young Penguins, the kid line, with a couple of looks. Ducks hear the counter. Got to step in on Sheloff's. Poke checks it away. And here comes the rookie Ben Kindle. The 18-year-old in the neutral zone. Flips it to Koivunen. Lane to the net. Stopped by Husso, and the rebound slithers wide. Anaheim clears to center. 5 shots on net for the Penguins. First 3 minutes of this one. The Ducks slowing it down. They are in the middle of a line change right now, being outshot 5-2. No score yet on the board. Ville Husso has been sharp as attack for the Ducks. Anywho, Brian Rust at center into the zone. Plays it off for Novak. Now to Rust again, left wing side. Cross Ricky goes Carlson. Head up. Wrist shot. That's flexed away. Battle for the rebound. Anaheim will reel it in for a moment and then pop it out to center ice. Penguins dump it right back in. Four minutes in, nearly first period. Anaheim enters the offensive zone on the right wing side. Clifton spins the puck away from Gauthier. Up the near side, Mantha clears it out to center. Backhanded right back in by the Ducks. Stretched ahead, tipped down. Husso out of his net to play it. Around he goes to the far side. It's a turnover. And that pass there intended for Mantha, broken up. Penguins swipe it back inside the line. And it is taken by Pavel Mintyukov. And the Ducks turn it over at center. Danton Heinen. Centering feed there through the slot. Nobody home. Puck kept in at the blue line by the Penguins' offensive zone. They flip it in deep. Looking over his shoulder there is Ratko Gudas. Ducks sent it to the far side. Cleared but kept in by Shea. He'll play it down the boards. As Dewar gets tangled up with a Duck behind the play. But the action keeps on going. Cleared to center by Anaheim. Letang with it now. Pushed up ahead and in. Deflected in by Heinen. Puck sent along now on the far boards. Another turnover by the Ducks. A lot of this period thus far. Penguins have been in the attack. Anaheim dumps it into the offensive zone. Pittsburgh trying to work it free. They do. 5.5 minutes into the first period. Red lining in. The kids dump it in. Husso. Off the high glass. Near side. Angled ahead. Look out. Chance for the Ducks down the left wing. Cuts it to the middle. Dishing across. And that shot goes wide. It might have redirected off a leg out in front. Puck trickles around to the far boards. Penguins clear it, but can't get it all the way out. Floated back towards Sheloffs. It goes wide of him on the blocker side. Sent right back to him. He makes the glove save, and a whistle we will get. Hellison threw it to the net there. Yes, off the face-off. Here, as we are 6 minutes into the first period, folks, we got no score. Ryan Graves, under siege, sends it up the glass. Shot there by the Ducks is blocked. Away goes Brian Rust down the right wing into the attack. Floats it all the way across. Novak holding, and it looks like the Penguins entered the zone offside. So we will take a timeout here. 13:51 remaining in the first period. The Ducks and the Penguins are scoreless. Trying to get a better feed for myself.
Their uniforms look a lot like the Angels' old uniforms. Weren't they orange too? Anaheim Angels? The Trout and all that?
They were red.
Oh, were they red? I don't remember us playing them very often.
Play them every year now.
Do we?
As we are back, everybody. The puck is at center ice. Anaheim into the zone. Knocking it away there beautifully. Look at that dipsy doodle there, but it's offside, unfortunately, there, Hollywood. For Novak. Welcome in, folks. Give us a thumbs up. Click that like button. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. That saucer pass there was knocked down as the Ducks of Anaheim tried to get a scoring chance. Shots are 6-4. Seven minutes in. Ducks to the attack. Pass across right wing side offensive zone. Ladle down the boards through the corner. Broken up by Ryan Shea. Battle continues there. Penguins work it free. And along they go. Brazo across. The Pens dump it in deep. Swept at by Mantha. Back around behind the cage. Clearing attempt from the far side blocked. Behind the net of Husso. Anaheim got it. Chris Kreider now. Across the rink off the glass and fielded by Chris Letang in the Penguins' end. The Penguins turn it over. Kreider slow walking it in and a shot there blocked off a stick. Chipped out to center by Ville Koivunen on the far side. Both sides with a line change. And the Ducks worked it inside the blue line. Mantha went down. How do you do? They keep on going. It's Kindle at center. Chips it inside the blue line. To the forecheck he goes. Anaheim defender got a step on him behind the net. But Kindle, look at that back checking. Steals it away at center. Penguins dump it in, but it goes into the seats on the near side out of play. Look at this forechecking, my goodness. False face-off. Kindle gets kicked out of the dot. And the puck is deflected in. As far as Graves. Good outlet feed there. One-handed up to Kindle at center. The kids floated in. Clifton joins the fun. Back to Kindle. He puts it on net. Husso the pad save. Rebound still loose. They're digging for it. It's still loose. And now the whistle finally goes. And everybody got a body in the blue paint. Look at those looks, Hollywood. The chances. That shot there right off the drop, and the blue line went wide. The battle is on near corner. Below the goal line she goes. The puck. Ducks send it up to the far side and out. Good outlet. They got a 2-on-1 maybe. Shot there right on. And Shelofs closes the legs. Makes the pad stop. Brian Rust flags it down. Away he goes. With Crosby down the far wall to the corner. Brian Rust overskated the puck. Defenseman Carlson pinching down. Crosby takes his position up top. Floats it across left point. Wotherspoon walks it down the flank. Sends it to the net front. It was rejected away. Erik Karlsson had the puck overtaken from him. Here come the Ducks on the counter. Left wing side, a shot there, shrugged down by Sheloffs. As we are down to about 9.5 minutes gone in this first period. A lot of shots on goal, Hollywood, a lot of action, but nothing yet as Husso covers that one up. Off the face-off, they score!
Oh!
It is Noel Acciari with the first Noel tonight. Look what I found. He shot that from the face-off dot through about 3 sets of legs. Goalie impossible to pick it up. And that is now 7 straight games for the Penguins with a first period goal. As we get a stoppage here and a whistle. After Noel Acciari lights the lamp. Everybody chipping into the fun here. Depth scoring for the Penguins. That fourth line. Going at it again. Dewar coming the other way for the Penguins. Puts it to the net. Stick save made by Husso. He steers it to the corner. Acciari on it again. His first goal of the year. The Ducks send it up the far side, and they will clear it to center. Uh-oh. Letang in trouble, and that shot there goes wide of Artur Sheloffs. A dangerous chance there for the Ducks. Back to the blue line. Gudis a drive, deflected on that pad save. Sheloffs got the rebound, too, with the right leg. Anaheim getting some pressure here in response to the Penguins' goal. Centering feed, stopped, rebound. Sheloffs again! Standing his ground there on the rebound chance. A wild fury of shots for Artur Sheloffs. But the Pittsburgh Penguins got the most important one. The one that hits the back of the net. Noel Acciari, 1-0.
Joey and I are glad to spend time with you. We're having a little bit of a difficulty with the picture.
I'm happy it waited until what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get little bit of a clearer picture for myself. If this was baseball, I would not care, because you don't need it to be super, super, super clear when you're calling a baseball game. Hockey, you do. I believe we were at 9 before I came over here to do this. This I'll have to do until the next TV timeout. Off with it go the Penguins. It's clipped in the center. He's up, and we're up to 10 now, by the way. And the Ducks come back on the counter. Penguins on that puck in the D zone like a dog on a bone. Swept out the center. Gudis for Anaheim gets it back. From Owen Zellweger. The Penguins able to work at the center ice. Good spin move there in a Butte. Zellweger, puck wouldn't cooperate with him there. Puck is sent in by the Anaheim Ducks, and away go the Penguins. Flying off with it. Brazeau, drop pass. Mantha tried to slither it through bodies. That wouldn't go. The puck is sent out. Into the attack, power move below the goal line. Frank Petrano puts on the brakes, reverses it near side. Anaheim keeps possession, worked back to the point. But nobody home. Puck sent out. Dumped in on Sheloffs, and he will cover it up. November 1st, 2022, Erik Karlsson had a hat trick against these Ducks as Crosby nearly finishing off a beauty play there. And he steals it away. Crosby passing it to the wide side. Nobody home. Sid gets it back. All the way out to the point. Karlsson holding. Wristing. Trickles wide of that far post. And the Ducks throw it out of the zone. 7.5 to play in the period.
Sidney Crosby's his signature back, man.
Huh.
Put it in.
He nearly did, and that would have been unbelievable. That redirect there by Brian Rust goes just wide. Then Sidney Crosby putting on the Ritz. Off the face-off, one from Kindle. And off go the Ducks. Going wide on the right wing. Put it toward net, and Sheloffs will just cover. Much clearer picture over here. Off the face-off, the Penguins work it back to center ice. And then they're hounding, and Heinen is stealing, but he can't do anything with it. Battle below the goal line, it's off the corner. Penguin goes down. Ducks to the far side, and they will get it out the center. Pittsburgh dumping the puck in deep. Anaheim going the other way with it. 6:40 to go, first period. 1-0 Pittsburgh, a goal by Noel Achari. And it's stolen away. Koivunen working it below the goal line. Out here with McGorty, with Kindle. Pass there, sent across, left wing side. Puck's bouncing like a hot potato. Ryan Graves will calm it down, push it down low. McGorty to Kindle. To the point. Clifton to Ben Kindle. Whistles that pass out to the blue line. Penguins maintain possession. The Ducks are out here. They're tired! And Ryan Graves whips it off the outside of the net. McGorty ties it up in the corner. Keeps the pressure on. The Ducks work it free, but they can't clear the zone. Wrist shot stopped by Husso. Koivunen in the rebound to Kindle. Ducks have been quacking for 90 seconds out here. Centering feed there by Koivunen, misses McGorty. Puck on the far side. Anaheim clears it. It's deflected out of play. We'll go back down to the O-zone. The Penguins getting looks. Good looks. Graves off the bar. At least that's not as bad as the time where you remember that one. Oh, what game was it? It was a Steeler game, I remember.
Steeler game.
It was a Steeler game. I can't remember which game it was. You can't see it, but you can see the movement of the camera and whatnot. I'm in the garage. I come back in through this door. I slip on the mat that's right at the door there, and I come tumbling in and crash into the webcam. Because I was trying to get back before a commercial break, and I heard the intro from commercial coming back on. We are back, folks. And that is much clearer, much more crisp. There we go. Much better, isn't it? Face off to the right of Husso. They battle for it on the far side. Kept in at the blue line by Letang. Head up, wrist shot, knocked down, rebound. Anaheim deflects to neutral. Chris Letang is back on it. Slapped into the attack. Battle to the near side. Rust to Tommy Novak. Angled it down low to the corner. It's worked out by the Ducks. At center. Wristed right back in. Sheloff's out to play. 5 minutes left in the first period. And a 1-0 lead for the Penguins. With the puck right now is Anthony Mantha. Here comes Mantha. Right down Main to the left wing side. Tapped below the goal line. Out of the reach of Brazeau. Clifton pinching. He got it. Connor Clifton loses the puck. Mantha comes back in to get it back. Centering pass there went off the outside of the net. Work there. Brazeau snubbed on the shot. Anaheim can't clear still. Kept in by Clifton. Across he goes to Graves. Fans on the wrister. And the Penguins will go to the power play. All that zone time in the offensive zone, forcing a penalty to be called against the Ducks. Hooking call against the Ducks. Off the face-off, controlled at the point by Carlson. Left wing side he goes, back to EK. Head up, Brian Russ, left wing side. Down low to Kindle, Crosby to Kindle. Trying to flip it to the net, knocked down by Husso. Rebound, back to Carlson. Crosby playing catch with Carlson. Penguins best in the league on the power play. Ducks one of the worst penalty kills. Russ to Kindle. Center point, Carlson. Half slapper wide of the net. Off the carom, it's Kindle. Turns off the left wing wall down to Rust. For Mantha in his skates. Crosby deflected to the net. Save made there. Rebound cleared to center. Mantha on the re-entry. Tied up along the boards. And now the Ducks clear at the distance. Sheloffs will calm it down for 87. Minute to go on the power play. Crosby slips it in. After it he goes. Beats Gudis to the spot. Around to the point. Letang. Right point. Across he goes. Plays it down the boards. Angled back up high. Lunged on to Letang. Left point. Now back to Letang. Head up. Looking for a deflection there by Koivunen. Would not go. With it is Frank Vetrano, and he'll lift it out of the zone. 35 seconds remaining on the Penguin power play. Letang with it. Tommy Novak right down Main Street into the O-zone. Gets a little bit of space. Brazeau pops it back to Letang right point. Head up, walking the plank. Across he goes. To Koivunen. Back to Letang. Head up. To Koivunen. Throws it toward the net. And Husso out with the catching glove to make the stop. Off the face-off, Ducks win it, Ducks clear it. The distance. And the Penguins will come up empty on this first power play they had today. Two minutes to go in the first. The Penguins have 17 shots on goal to Anaheim's 8. And a 1-0 advantage to boot. Husso out of his net to play it. Up the near side glass. Kicked along by Kreider. He is stood up. Drops it back to the Anaheim defense. They try again. They lose it. Chipped in by Dewar. And then knocked right back out of the zone. Swept in. Ducks play it up the near side. That is another penalty call. That is a cross-check against the Ducks there at the blue line. Well, Hollywood, Penguins back to the power play here at the end of the period. Chris Kreider will sit for cross-checking. Face-off won back cleanly by Crosby. Carlson center point. Crosby, Carlson drives it wide of the net. Below the goal line, Kindle to Mantha, twisting on the 87. And he loses it. Stolen away, but then he gets it right back. And then so do the Ducks. And it's a mad scramble for the puck. Penguins backhand it below the goal line. It's Mantha. Works it to Crosby, right wing circle, center point, Erik Karlsson. Little wrister got through the traffic pad. Stop made by Husso. Ducks to the rebound. Puck's on the far side, tracked by Kindle. Gets it to Karlsson. Across he goes to Mantha. 48 to go in the period. Karlsson center point. Head up, walking it. Mantha holding. Shoots it. That goes high. And the Ducks clear it all the way down. Half a minute to go in the period. Carlson through center. Into the O-zone. Drops it for Mantha. Slithers it along. Koivunen with a great look. Better stop Husso. Ducks up the far dasher and down. Maybe the Penguins can get one last rush here in the period. It's Crosby. Along. Novak overskates the puck. Anaheim takes over. And the puck will be tied up here as the first period comes to a close. So, the Penguins have a 1-0 lead at the end of 20 minutes. And Hollywood, they will carry over 31 seconds of power play time to the second on fresh ice with fresh guys. Intermission time here. 1-0 Penguins.
Take away nothing made after one period.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the guy down in Miners, the goalie?
Sergei Mirashov.
Sergei, especially.
Yes.
Sergei. I can remember that.
Now that I have a little bit of time, I can actually write the Anaheim Duck line combinations down here. But everybody, solid period of hockey from the Penguins there. I believe they got 17, 18 shots on net in that first period. They had a lot of opportunity.
That's a pretty key shot there. I think they were going in.
Evgeny Malkin is week to week.
And Crosby has that back and you don't know if it's going to go in or not. So we're getting snow tonight, you think?
You'll be home by the time all of it begins. They're saying potential for snow, but the temperature is going to be about 35 degrees overnight.
I thought I seen somewhere where it was like 0.2 of an inch or something they were expecting. Something really ridiculous. Did you say that?
Penguins officially credited with 16 shots on goal in that first period. Anaheim with 8. And the Penguins will carry over some power play time. Pittsburgh also was really good in the face-off dot in that period. Winning 13 of 20 draws. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being with us tonight. I know a bit of a late decision to stream tonight. But I want to thank all of you for that. Congratulations on your new puppy. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Penguins play the Montreal Canadiens on Thursday night here at home. That reminds me, Hollywood, you have to be over here at 5 o'clock on Thursday. You know why.
Because I see the youngsters.
Yes. Noel Achari was one of the ones that put the turkeys in your trunk.
Right.
Yes.
You got the goal.
Yes.
Is that in there?
Yes. Those hockey hands. Your trunk. Just to let you know, your application was put in for the Snow Angels program. It'll take them about 2 to 4 weeks to process.
I don't believe we get much snow this year.
I hope that is the case.
It'll be a cold weather. I was expecting colder than usual winter, but not as much snow.
We've already gotten a 4-inch snowstorm in December. That hasn't happened in like half a decade.
I didn't know we got 4 inches.
Last Tuesday.
That many?
Yes.
How many inches?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's quite a kind of fast, isn't it?
I'll tell you it's coming in the mail, but I beg of you, do not open it because I want to keep it in pristine condition. I won a Paul Skeens baseball card.
How'd you do that?
93.7 The Fan had an online entry, and I entered, and I won.
How'd you, do you have to predict something? Or?
No, you just had to put in your name and email address. And I won.
Out of how many?
I don't know. That's not the important part, daggone it. The important part is I won.
I put it in an envelope and sent it to him for his autograph and give him put an envelope in it for him to send it back.
That's not a bad idea, but I won't want to lose it, so I think this is what I'll do. Do you know how we got the turkeys this year? How there were Penguins, Steelers, and Pirates? I will take it with me next year when we go get turkeys, and hopefully he's one of the Pirates there.
You're expecting to see Skeens handing out turkeys.
Hey, I saw Pat Fryermuth giving out turkeys. Keanu Benton was giving out turkeys. I did not see who the Pirate players were that were there because they sent us to the Penguins side of the line.
Mm-hmm.
But when I looked at pictures afterwards, we saw that one of the people there was your best friend.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying anything. I want to keep it. Still 9 people?
We got up to 12, and right now with the intermission we are at 7. It's because I started this about 2 minutes prior to face-off. You need a little bit of lead-in time. And our audience did not get that lead-in time today. For that reason and that reason alone, I want the Penguins to win this game in overtime. Past regulation. Shootout even better. Have the suspense go for as long as possible, Hollywood. As long as possible.
This game?
Yes.
For what reason you wanted to go that long for it?
What happens when hockey games go to overtime for me?
Yeah, I guess you pick up viewers.
Yes.
That much of a difference?
Yes.
Wow. I didn't know that.
We get up to like 60 to 70, 75. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes, yes. Anytime hockey goes to overtime, my viewership goes up. Let's see if they sent that for you. Welcome in, everybody. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Welcome in, Terry. Terry, in the most respectful way I can possibly say it, I hope that does not happen tonight. I hope that does not happen tonight. They send it? Yep. You got it, Hollywood. You got it.
So,
But yep, folks, 1-0. Somebody look that up too. 1-0. Penguins lead. Noel Achari the goal. 31 seconds of power play time. In Hollywood, you should be proud to be the poster child of that. Poster child of anything. Get your name out there. Your face out there in this business.
did Monday night, we play Miami this week?
Yes, it is the Dolphins on Monday night.
Oh. Miami Dolphins.
The 6 and 7 Miami Dolphins taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Did you say, what was your record?
6-7. Yes, the 6 and 7 Miami Dolphins.
We're 7 and 6. You're 6 and 7. Is your backup quarterback in there?
No, it's Tua.
Tua in there?
Yep.
It seems like he's always out for some reason. I couldn't believe he's actually playing.
Because he is always hurt. And if the weather is windy, snowy, rainy, sleety, anything other than 80 degrees and sunshine, he's not very good. Anyone wanna... Let's get our projected Pittsburgh weather for Monday night. Ha ha! 17 degrees. Tua is bad in the cold.
Do you think we have to go win 2 more games?
Yes.
Get in? 2 out of 4.
Yes.
We should be able to handle Cleveland, maybe.
Cleveland and Miami are the 2.
And then we have.
Then you have
Ravens
Detroit.
and the Ravens.
Detroit, you're losing. Detroit, you are losing.
It depends on how much they need to win. Is it late game?
425.
I mean, as far as the season goes, it won
Week 16.
16.
2 games after that.
I'd like to see us win that. Is that asking too much? After like 8 years of humdrum.
Yes, it is asking too
Football.
much. Yes. If the Penguins... I'm sorry. Yeah, if the Penguins beat the Lions, I would definitely do it. If the Steelers beat the Lions...
You'll do dance on top of your desk.
I was going to say you would see these muscles here, but... If the Steelers beat the Lions, yeah. Okay, that is not a good sign. We are back, everybody. The second period here, about to get rolling and back underway here. It's a 1-0 game. Penguins about 31 seconds of power play time still to have. And the Penguins, with the Noel Achari goal, they now have 21 different players to score goals this year on the team. 21 different guys have scored. Chris Kreider remains in the penalty box. Out here is Crosby, Rust Mantha, Kindle, Erik Karlsson. And Sid wins the face-off back to his dudes. They'll set the break up. And the break out. They're into the O-zone. Crosby, left wing side. Dishes it in front. And Husso was there. Pushed ahead by Lacombe for the Ducks. And they're flying short-handed. Dangle, tied up by Karlsson. He kicks the puck free from Ryan Poehling. Off goes Brian Russ, left wing side. Penalty has expired. Man out of the box. It's Kreider. And here come the Ducks on the counter. Left wing side. Pass across. Shot right on. Sheloff's the save. And a good stop here by Artur Sheloffs as Anaheim gets back to full strength. Little redirect there. Off the face-off. Reeled in by Heinen. He's at neutral. Slips it across to Dewar. High above the net with the shot. Heinen off the carom on the boards. Throws it back in front. Skitters off some legs. And away goes Leo Carlsson for Anaheim. Shot right on there from the wing, and a glove save made by Sheloffs. A minute gone, second period. 1-0 game in favor of the Penguins. You know, Hollywood, this Saturday we will be covering the Heisman Trophy ceremony Saturday night. Ducks win it off the face-off, and a shot there right on. Skitters away off McGorty, and then Sheloffs is twisted like a pretzel to the post, and he somehow kept the puck out.
We have a favorite now for that, don't we?
Fernando Mendoza.
Oh, yeah.
Heisman Mendoza.
Quarterback.
Indiana.
Right.
Indiana is the #1 team in the nation. What a world. Letang forces the turnover down to the far corner. Pinned to the boards. Battle continues. Dug out for a moment by 58. Plays it back down toward the corner. It is Hayes using that big frame to get to the front of the net, and he's cut off at the pass. Russ lunging to the point. Wrister by Letang off a body. And away goes Killorn, and he'll flip it into the O-zone for the Ducks. Going to the behind the play with Shea. Up the far boards. Kept in by Strome. Taken back by Ryan Shea. He was also putting turkeys in trunks. Anaheim sends it in deep. Swept out by Strome. Vetrano below the goal line. Puck knocked free. Kept in by the Ducks, and then they turn it over. Here's Rust with a chance. Rust backhands it high. Strome able to work at the center off the glove of Killorn. Taken back by Graves. Dishing it off to Crosby. Chips it to Rust left wing side. Turns it to the forehand. To Crosby. For Novak to Rust. The shot. The save made by Husso. If I remember correctly, Hollywood, I believe I called Brian Rust his first NHL hat trick. It was about this time, home game against the Ottawa Senators, in 2016, 9 years ago.
Good. That's a while ago.
To the blue line, Graves walks the plank, dishes it across to Hayes. Head up to the net, stopped. Oh, that was swept off the goal line by the Ducks at the last second. Drive by Graves misses the net. Mantha to the point. Graves. Clifton fakes the shot. Slithers it cross ring to Mantha. Dips it below the line, the goal line to Kindle. Angles it back out to Mantha far side. Mantha dishing. Granlund takes it away for a moment for the Ducks, and they eke it out the center. Penguins nearly scored their second goal of the hockey game in that last sequence. It was swept off the goal line by one of the Anaheim defensemen. On the ice is Ville Koivunen, and he'll skate back to his own end for some refuge. Graves, north. Step, man! Stopped by Husso! He robbed Dewar on a breakaway. Reeled back in by the Ducks here. They're living on the edge. Leo Carlsson had the puck, got it back. Angling pass off Achari, and ricochets back out the center. 4 minutes gone in the second. Carlsson is in. Pass wide of Terry. Battle is on. Puck in the corner. Puck squirts out. Penguins have it. It's Connor Dewar at center ice. Chips it in. Heinen cross rink. Penguins holding on to it. In the middle of a line change. Parker Wotherspoon will angle north. It's tipped in. After it goes Dewar. Puts a bump on Zellweger. As the Ducks' Gudis sends it up the near side, deflected out the center. Letang to it, wristing that one right back in. Real strong game, Hollywood, from Anaheim goalie Ville Husso so far tonight. He's kept this game at 1-0. That is sloppy there as the Ducks ice the puck. I tried to say both of those words at the same time, and that wouldn't have been good. Anaheim has not had any, and there's the play there by Hellison to sweep it off the goal line. Crosby takes the face-off, unable to win it. Anaheim flips it up. It's by Rust, and off they go in a 3-on-2. Dishing it off, left wing side, head up, shot right on, and a glove stop, Shelox. Thursday night is Star Wars night at PPG Paints Arena. Home game, 7 o'clock against the Montreal Canadiens. Sacre Bleu.
I see the Canadian game. That wasn't a zero.
Yes, it was. It was Ottawa.
No, it was
They score! The Ducks tie it! Off a sharp angled shot. Lacombe evens us at 1. Uncle Bill went to a hockey game? Okay. Yeah, Lacombe just got it by the right ear of Sheloff. What a shot here from no angle.
3-1.
I have seen the Penguins play 2 Canadian teams at home. The Ottawa game that you were at. And then I saw a home game on New Year's Eve against the Montreal Canadiens. New Year's Eve, my dad bought the tickets. Right outside the building. And in we went. Koivu in. Kindle. He was tied up. Puck ricochets off a Wotherspoon. Chipped ahead to Strome. Drops it back to Killorn. Right wing side. Holding on to it. Late man. Shot there right on by Mintyukov. And a save by Sheloff. Off goes McGordy. And the Penguins ice it. 13:59 to go in period 2. It was a home game New Year's Eve against the Montreal Canadiens. Penguins were trailing by a goal in the final 90 seconds. And they had the net was empty. They were in the offensive zone. And they just passed the puck for a good 40 seconds straight in the offensive zone. So I started the chant as Sheloff makes the save. We will step aside here. Anaheim has evened it with a goal here in the second. But I started it. Because after them passing the puck around... Ooh, I have that laptop on. I might have the footage. I hope I have the footage. I better have the footage. But what happened... is they were passing the puck around, and you could hear a pin drop in the arena. Hollywood. You could hear a pin drop in the arena.
Who were we playing?
Montreal. So, after them doing this for about 40 seconds, the place is silent, and I yell out, shoot! And right after I said that, the whole crowd in unison yelled, shoot the puck! And then they shot the puck, and...
You missed.
No. They scored the game-tying goal.
They went into overtime.
Then they went into overtime and won it.
So you started a riot
Yes.
to make long story short.
Yes, well, someone had to. They would have passed the puck around until the clock hit 0. In the 5 hockey games that I've been to, the Penguins are 4-0-1.
The one tie game. Who won
Overtime loss. It was against the Flyers on my birthday.
Uh-huh.
We lost in overtime that day. That's when the scalper gave us the tickets for half off because it was my birthday. Off the face-off, Chris Letang up the boards, kept in by Anaheim. He intercepts the pass. Off he goes. Into the zone, Brazo sweeping in front. And it's cleaned up by Mintyukov of the Ducks. Stolen by Hayes. Off he goes. Letang joining the fun. Hayes! It was poked off his twig. Shea back to Hayes. His stick was lifted. Bodies on the ice at center ice for the puck. Anaheim comes out with it. And it's wristed in deep by Gauthier. Letang to the near boards. Works at the center. Right there, it's the goal scorer for Pittsburgh tonight, Noel Achari. It's dumped in deep. 7 minutes gone. Lacombe gets squished as the puck gets sent over to the far side. Dewar has it. Loses it. Clear to center. Chance there right on. We get a whistle. Penalty maybe? It is a penalty. I have the video file here. I'll have to go through to see if I have the clip of where I yelled. No. The Penguins go into the power play here. So that is a worthy reason to yell and be heard. Power play number 3 tonight for the Penguins. Crosby loses the face-off and Anaheim starts their PK with a clear. Carlson. On the drop. Kindle to Sid. Left wing side, Rust on the entry. Crosby bounces it down low. Kindle is there. Skates it out of the traffic. Back to the point, Carlson. Now Anthony Mantha. Sauces it to Carlson. Back down the wall to Mantha. Hitting Rust. Dishing back to the blue line. Carlson head up. Kindle a shot. That's blocked. Rebound. Ricochets right back to him. Kindle turning to the forehand. Dishes it down low to the goal line. Rust. Back up to the blue line. Carlson. He'll walk the plank. Giving to Brian Rust. Top of the left wing circle now. Kindle. Pass across Crosby to Mantha. To Sid. Corralling. Carlson shooting. Stick save made by Husso. Penguins possess the rebound. Carlson a minute to go on the PK. Pass knocked high up into the air. Body down by Rust. But it's out of his reach and the Ducks clear. Carlson to Novak. Out of the reach of Koivunen. Anaheim sweeps out the center ice. Ville Koivunen. Pass through the middle of the ice. Picked off by Vetrano. Good bump there by Koivunen to separate man from Puck. Penguins get it back. Letang with 21 to go on the penalty. Tipped in to the O-zone by Novak. Lacolme looking over his shoulder. Slaps it up the far dasher. Kept in at the line by Letang. Brazeau with it. Twisting to the forehand. Drops it back to Koivunen. Shot there is blocked. And Gauthier splits the difference in a breakaway. Stopped by Shelofs. Breakaway save by Shelofs to keep it tied. Penalty is over. We're back to full strength. It's 5-on-5. And the game's 1-1 with 10:18 to go in the second. Backhanded into the zone by the Ducks. Mintyukov on the dump in. Penguins right back out. And they are called for icing. Look at this stop. It was nearly a 2-on-0. Shots are 24-15 and a tie game at the halfway mark. Off the face-off, Letang will get to it. He'll backhand it out of the zone. Zellweger gives it away to Dewar. Connor Dewar puts on the brakes. And we have another penalty. I think this one, though, is against the Penguins. The official looked right at Danton Heinen for that interference call right there. So the Ducks will go to their first power play when we come back. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being with us. Give us a thumbs up. Click that like button if you're brand new. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, everybody. We are a game time decision about being live on Thursday. That is a game time decision. Then Monday night, of course, we will be for the Dolphins and the Steelers. Most likely we'll be live for Penguins hockey Tuesday night when Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers come to town. McDavid against Crosby. Always must-see TV. We are back, and it is a power play for the Anaheim Ducks with 9:50 to go in the second period. Danton Heinen called for that interference that he ran on Zellweger. Leo Carlson tied up with Achari off the draw. Achari will get to it, works it to Dewar, chips it down to the Anaheim zone. Hollywood, one of the reasons this year why the Penguins have been as playing as well as they are, special teams. Fourth on the penalty kill coming into tonight, top power play in hockey, even though they are 0 for 3 with a man up tonight. Kreider taps it in, around to the near side dasher. Puck battle is there. Squirts free. Retrieved out of there by Anaheim. They're getting set up. Kreider the net front presence. Center point. Dished off. Left wing side on a shot. Blocker save made by Shelops. By Carlson. Kreider has to dive back to Lacombe to get it to him at the blue line. Granlund, Lacombe, fakes the slapper, holds onto it. Mikhail Granlund with it. Granlund, shooting, and she lost the save. Allows no rebound. Chris Kreider, taking his eyes away, might have deflected that. S-I-L-V-O-S. And he did tip this. Minute to go on the PK. Chris Letang, the full length clear. Zellweger, a spin move there. Fakes the drop off, he goes into the zone with Mason McTavish. Pushed out to center ice by Ryan Shea. Anaheim got a reset. Here they come, it's McTavish at the right blue line. Support in the form of Seneke. Back to McTavish. Slowly holding on to it. Gives it center point to Zellweger. Dishes it across. Zellweger gets it back. Pass missing McTavish. Ricochets below the goal line. Puck out to the far side and Kindle clears. In the final seconds of the PK, looks like the Penguins will kill this one off. And they do. So the PK keeps on PKing on. 7:42 to go in the period. Off goes McGordy. Into the O-zone. McGordy holding on to it. Cross rink, late man trailer. Pass behind Glifton. Uh-oh. And then the breakaway feed missing McTavish. He would have been in uncontested, unobstructed. But the Ducks flubbed that one. Sent ahead, left wing side. Stopping on a dime there is Ryan Poehling. Eventually back to the blue line. Wrist shot wide of the goal. Taken by the Ducks. Lacombe, the D-man pinching. Look out. Good passer to Granlund. Below the goal line, Poehling off the outside of the net. Taken back by Graves. And the Penguins will chirp it out the center ice. And it's gloved down there by the Anaheim defense and Hellison. Retrieved by Hayes. Under 7 to go in the second period. Ducks and the Pens tied at 1. And jumping to it is Clifton into the zone. Clifton unable to shoot. Puck found there and a shot there. Snagged out of the air by Husso from the blade of Mantha. Looking at it there, Hollywood, that was a little bit of an awkward glove save there for Ville Husso, because that was right near his body. Not an easy save to make. .620 to go. Puck is at center. And the battle continues for it. Kreider drops it back to his defense. Going north with it is Hellison. Stolen by Crosby. Anaheim gets it back. Here they come. It's Terry dishing it off. Puck is bouncing. And Leo Carlson couldn't shuffle it to the net. Off the bouncer, Terry, shooting, scores! What a shot from Troy Terry. He goes way upstairs and Anaheim leads. My gosh. Up, up, and away with this one. If you're a goaltender, you're like, I dare ya. I double dog dare ya to shoot it up there. And shoot it up there he did.
You gotta make the next thing happen.
Anaheim with 2 second period goals. They have the advantage. Troy Terry with number 8 on the year. Back to the left point. That shot misses the net off the Karam Letang. Koivunen under siege from McTavish. Anaheim steals it. And it's poke-checked away. Koivunen dropping. Kindle to Koivunen. Back to Kindle at center. Dishing off to Shea. The defenseman enters the attack and the zone. Ryan Shea behind the Anaheim net. Out on the far side, Shea will dip it below the goal line, near corner McGordy waiting. Cycle off of McTavish, gets it to Kindle. Angling back to the blue line, Shea. Wrister off a body and wide. Graves activating below the goal line, Koivunen. Now Kindle right wing side. Giving to Ville Koivunen. Center point. Shot there right on's blocked. Tired Ducks out here now for over a minute. Clifton walking the blue line plank. Gives it over Koivunen. Cross-ice feed, off the Karam of the boards, it's Kindle. Bad pass there, he got crunched into the boards. And off goes Connor Gauthier, he dumps it in, and tired Ducks will quack to the water for a line change. Clifton goes north, tipped into the zone. Husso out to play behind his net off the far glass. And that springs their breakout. Granlund dumps it in deep. Below the goal line, to it, Ryan Paling. Backhand feed to the blue line. Lacombe across. Shot there off a skate. Right to the Penguins. Head up. Centered out to the neutral zone, and Anaheim will take it back from there. Under 4 to go, period 2. Anaheim a 2-1 lead. Hollywood to my right, I'm Joey the Truth Wagner. Parker Wotherspoon with the puck. Angles it all the way across off the Karam. Taken back by the Ducks. They push it to center ice. Trying to get it into the offensive zone, they do. What a dangle there, but the puck wouldn't cooperate. These young Ducks are talented, man. Left wing side. Center point. Wrister knocked down by Sheloffs. Rebound. Bouncer. Kept in at the blue line by Mintyakov. Penguins on the backhand. Lifted to the blue line, and Hayes will swat it out the center. Brazo dumps it in the rest of the way. 3:05 to go, period 2. Off with it goes Hellison. To Killorn. On the strong side wing. Shot there, blocked. Rebound in the blue. Cleared out of there by Letang. And it's a foot race. Crosby got body position. Late man Shea! Missed the net wide. Crosby to the blue line. Kept in by Letang by a whisker. Swatted down low by Sid. Tommy Novak is there. To the far corner, Rust. Out to Letang, a slap shot up over the net. Sent all the way down by the Ducks. They are called for icing. Good push back there. A couple of good chances for the Penguins. To the left of Husso on this face-off. Penguins possess it. Carlson throws it down toward the cage. Lacombe loses it. Novak gets it back. On the cycle to the corner. Swatted at by Russ. Behind the net, it's Crosby. Twisting that one around. Back to the blue line, it's Letang. Cross rink, Russ. Back to Novak. Tried to center it. Where is it? It's behind the net. Shot there from an angle, and Letang skitters it wide of the goal line. Puck cleared out by the Ducks.
Under 2 minutes in the second.
Penguins would love to get the equalizer here before period ends. Kindle chirping. Help with him. Below the goal line, Koivunen. Out to the point, Graves with a shot. And Husso the glove save and no further rebound.
Found out a weather report yet?
For?
It's not going.
Well, throughout the morning, they're saying maybe rain, maybe snow. The temperature the whole night and morning is above 32 degrees. So I would lean rain, which is good. Very, very good.
You like rain?
It's better than snow. You rain lover, you.
I'm no rain lover at all.
Yeah, you are. Every time it rains, gee, we could use the rain.
Well, usually we could, but I don't want an abundance of it. That's what I got, rain.
But it's a 2-1 game here, everybody. Toward the end of this second period.
April showers bring May flowers.
In the TV timeout here. Bring the equalizing goal.
These people look like they're having a good time down there.
27-18. Advantage Penguins and the shots on goal. Deflected out to center by Mantha. Brazeau reels it in. Cross-rink dart to Carlson. He dangles at the blue line, drops it back. Penguins maintain possession. To the chase, Brazeau after the dump in. Out there with Hayes and Mantha. And Troy Terry with it at center ice. Will this be? It will. Yep, icing on the Ducks. 51.3 to play. To the left of Husso, off the face-off, Shea. Dishing to Brian Russ, backhands it below the goal line. Taken by the Ducks, chipped out. Here they come, left wing side. Poked away by Seneke. Penguins have it. Brian Rust at center, into the zone for Novak, left wing side. Turning back, Ryan Shea. To Brian Rust, 25 to go in the period. Shea behind the net. Out to the far side. Shot there. Knocked down. Rebound. Stopped. And they score! Novak banks it in off Husso.
Oh!
Tommy Novak and the Penguins, they do tie this baby up at 2 before the end of the second. Yeah, he banked it in from behind the goal line off his backside. That's the real tush push right there. A massive, massive goal. By Tommy Novak. Sidney Crosby, Erik Karlsson on the assist. As Crosby, I believe, is now within 6 points of tying Lemieux for the franchise record. That's thrown to the net wide, right at the end as the horn goes. They nearly got the lead. But they'll have to settle for a 2-2 tie at the end of 40 minutes of play. They will have to settle. But a massive goal nonetheless. Everybody, if you haven't yet, be sure to click that like button. Give us a thumbs up. If you're brand new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. But massive goal there to get it equalized. Going to the third period, Hollywood. Now it is game on. Best team win. May the best team win here in the third. But for the Penguins here, they can get cozy right before Christmas. This is game one of a 5-game homestand here. I believe their longest homestand they'll have this season. Let me get the schedule up for the Penguins and I will tell you which teams they will be involved with on this homestand. Anaheim tonight, of course, followed by the Canadiens on Thursday, the San Jose Sharks Saturday, the Utah Mammoth Sunday, the Edmonton Oilers Tuesday. Pretty condensed 5-game homestand. A back-to-back in there.
Who will you play after the Sharks?
The Utah Mammoth.
Alright, that's their name.
Yes. Then after the game with the Oilers, the Penguins then go to Ottawa to take on the Senators. Then they have a back-to-back, home and home, against the Montreal Canadiens, Saturday, December 20th, then Sunday, December 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern. Oh, that is a conflict of interest there. Then as we get into the new year, Hollywood, the Penguins will have some games on ABC starting January 3rd, noon against the Detroit Red Wings. Then the next time after that they play on ABC is January 31st, home against the Rangers. Then they play on ABC again February 28th at the New York Rangers.
It's 3 with the Rangers.
No, 2 on ABC with the Rangers, 1 with Detroit. And then they will not play on ABC again until April 11th against the Washington Capitals.
That's the eve of a very important day.
It is. Then on Sunday, April...
Common knowledge.
Yes, then Sunday, April 12th, the Penguins play the Capitals again, but that time in Washington, D.C., in addition to final round coverage of the Masters. Because as you know, in golf commentary, we whisper for some reason. Then in February, there's the Olympic break. It'll be really, really enjoyable to see the best of the best playing for country in the Olympics. It's been a very long time since that has happened. I think 2014 was the last time that NHL players participated in the Olympics.
Really?
Yes.
What year?
The last time?
Yeah.
2014.
How come they cut it out for?
Because for 12 years, the NHL and the Olympic Committee could not come to an agreement to have NHL players participate. I don't know, because no one can ever get along. Ever.
So they came to agreement this year.
Yes. Yes, they did. But everybody, we are happy to be with you. Special thank you to Radcliffe for the compliment they put. Hey man, keep up the broadcast. Thank you for doing it. Well, Radcliffe, thank you for watching. Wouldn't be possible, this channel and our viewership, without our audience. Forget it.
think you had TV.
No. I was trying to scan something on my scanner. But when I clicked to do new scan, it says no scanners were detected, which usually means I have to unplug the printer, plug it back in, and then restart this laptop, shut it down, and then restart it. And I'm not restarting it right now in the middle of a stream, so I will do that later. Hollywood, it's the one thing you have to respect about hockey. When you get a 7 p.m. puck drop, you know even if the game goes all the way through to a shootout, it's over by 10.
Mm-hmm.
Time will not be an issue.
Have the Penguins been in that many close games this year?
They have... What have they done? That's a very good question. The Penguins, see, we know that, just looking at the standings, that they have lost 6 games past regulation. They are 0-4 in shootouts. So I would say yes, they have been in their fair share of close hockey games this season. Yes.
No, overtime. What's that 6 for?
The number of games they have lost past regulation. So
okay.
Overtime losses, this counts
They get
overtime.
points for those.
Yes, overtime and shootout losses. They have 6. Which, if I'm looking here, is that the most in the
That's a
league?
lot.
Yeah, let me look here. That might be. Is that the most in the league? No. Vegas has 8. The Kings and the Blues have 7 overtime losses. Colorado Avalanche have 6 as well. Look at their record. 21-2-6. The Colorado Avalanche have played 29 games, and they've only lost 2 in regulation.
Wow.
They've gotten a point in...
Do we play them this year?
Yes, you play everybody.
Do you play everyone?
Yes. The Avalanche have gotten points in 27 of 29 games that they've played this year.
Wow. They must be enjoying it does that come out of Denver?
Yes, it does. This year, the Avalanche and the Penguins, they play very late in the season. In Colorado, March 16th. Home here in Pittsburgh, March 24th. I don't have money on the game. I'm not a gambler.
No.
And neither is Hollywood.
No. Tomorrow will mark 3 weeks since I played a lottery ticket. I believe. Maybe, it might be today actually been 3 weeks. I don't know. I can't remember now.
Oh, Hollywood. I just remembered something. It's that time of year where we gotta find you a calendar.
I just got one from you too, but it was half finished. A calendar.
Yeah, for 2026.
That one with kittens on it. That was. You got me that about 6 months ago, didn't you? 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
No, I think that I can look here. What?
It has some 24 on it too. It's on a 2024.
You got the calendar. It was delivered April 11th.
April 11th? You're just kidding me.
No, I have the order. Yes, I have the order right here.
Wow. I don't use it for much. I guess I lost track of time.
Well, everybody, we're tied at 2 here. We're going to the third period. In the chat, put the team that you think is going to win tonight. We will go Pittsburgh here, but past regulation. Past regulation.
You got some people betting on stuff. They have it all rigged up in their home where they could place bets. And they probably, I've seen them at the supermarket betting like $50.
Yeah, you can place bets right now.
Right
you can
now.
do it on your cell phone. Yeah, betting apps, DraftKings.
Don't you have to be registered or something?
You have to have an account on DraftKings.
Right, that's right.
But yes, but you can bet anywhere, anytime.
It's surprising you don't see more people out in the snow with blankets.
Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We don't want to hear from you. We got your money. I don't be playing tickets. I've been playing it for like 40 years.
Radcliffe, I'm just curious, how much was the bet and how much will you win if you win? The payout. Waiting for the comment back. We're at 7 right now. We got up to 16 in the second period. We were starting to get on a little bit of a roll, and then, the intermission happens, and you got to rebuild all over again. See if all the King's men can put Humpty back together again. Everybody, Ben Kindle's been everywhere tonight. Driving his line, 3 shots on goal. The 18-year-old rookie doing a little bit of it all. We're tied here, starting the third between the Penguins and the Ducks here tonight. And a chance there, and Russ tipped it high of the net. Right off the jump, Brian Russ entering feed. Novak, his shot there right on was partially blocked. Then it trickles in on Husso, and he covers. Talk about coming right out of the jump here. It's a $10 bet, Hollywood. $10 bet. Pays out 25 for Anaheim to win. Off the face-off, Crosby to Novak. A shot stopped. Rebound sent wide. Good start here for the third period for the Penguins. Puck goes all the way down.
You got good odds on that. Anaheim's probably safe. Is it just a personal bet or something?
No, it's on, like, a online sports book, you know, DraftKings.
I don't believe you can use that kind of...
Yeah, you can. I can tell you what the odds were to start this hockey game before the puck dropped. I can go on and tell you right now. Puck on the far side, offensive zone of Anaheim. In the skates of Brazeau, he's trying to dig it out. Instead, he gives it right to Sidney of the Ducks. Backhands it to the blue line. Gudis to Zellweger. And a shot there right on. Blocker save made by Sheloffs. Puck at the side of the goal, found by Hayes. And he will pop it out to center ice. Brought back in by the Ducks. But I will say this, Hollywood. ESPN Plus, we get our value out of it, and it is a good product. But it would be a lot better of a value if the NHL lifted the blackout thing. Because if they lifted the blackout thing, then we could watch the Penguin games on ESPN Plus. They should. I mean, you're getting butts in the seats anyway. And most of your audience is from TV deals now. So have people watching on TV get higher ratings. Crisscross here, dangled by Granlund, wouldn't cooperate. He's behind the net of Sheloff. Centering pass taken away by Kindle. He'll slip it to the corner. The Ducks take it back. Sending that one down low. Carlson breaks up the cycle for a moment. Coming into this game, Anaheim, yeah, he did get good. Is this now? Off the... Hold on, shot there right on by Lacombe, stopped by Sheloff with the pads. And the Penguins finally get it out to center ice. Kindle, down the right wing, puts on the brakes, holding onto it, slipping, open. Clifton a shot, and that got a Duck in the face. That got Frank Vetrano in the face.
He's bleeding.
Is he?
Yep.
Blood coming, it looks like it got him right on the eye.
I've seen that flip up there.
So hopefully he's okay. That is one of the scarier things that can happen in hockey. I think the only thing scarier than getting a puck to the face in hockey is a skate blade anywhere.
Absolutely.
Off the face-off, Penguins possess. Clifton to Graves, and Heinen a drive stop. Rebound! Flexing out the leg is Husso, and then he makes another great save in tight. And somehow the game's still tied. All because of Ville Husso making two spectacular stops. Heinen to the left point and Graves. Now to Danton, Heinen right point. Try to tip play with Dewar. That wouldn't cooperate. Gudis off the window and out the center. The Ducks can take a sigh of relief for a moment. Troy Terry off the intercept with Leo Carlson. Bumping it back. Ducks into the zone. Good shoulder by Clifton. Separates Gauthier from the puck. Chipped out the center. Achari is there. Penguins want a trip. They're not going to get one. Achari holding onto it for centuries. Fielded by Heinen. Drops it to the point. Shot by Letang. Caught by Husso. They're going to show the chances they had in the previous sequence. Because these were chances. Well, there's the missed penalty there. Trip there by Gudis. That he gets away with. Face off to the left of Husso. Crosby on the swat. Anaheim wins the face-off. Penguins pick off the pass. It's Novak tying that thing up. Rust along the wall. 4 minutes into the third. Novak behind the net. Trying to slip it out in front. Pass intercepted by Sidney. Far side now. Good stick there by Pittsburgh. But the Ducks work at the center 3-on-3. Uh-oh. How do you leave him that wide open? Luckily, McTavish didn't drive that straight to the net. He had a lane and no one was there. To the right point, kept in by the Ducks. Ladled in by Trouba. Around the boards they go. Lacombe pinching down, left wing side. Penguins break up that cycle, and they push it out. And that puck rolls away from Brian Russ as Trouba looks over his shoulder, and he'll backhand it along. 15-15 left in the third. We're tied at 2 right now in the third period, Hollywood. Got a good hockey game going on here. That's dumped in deep by the Pens. They look to go on the forecheck. Puck squibs free. Off goes Paling and Anaheim. And they'll chip it in from center red. Wotherspoon up the boards. Knocked down by Granlund. Lane to the net. Tried to go high. Then Sheloff's got the shoulder up. Both of these goalies have made key saves when it's mattered. Deflected in from center by the Ducks. Clifton looks over his shoulder. Knew the check was coming. Gets it to the outlet to center ice. Wristed in by Koivunen. McGorty and Gudis go behind the play. Puck squirts free. The Ducks find it. They lift it back to the Penguins' end. Clifton looking over his shoulder. On the angle, far side. McGorty at center with Koivunen into the zone. Koivunen goes wide. What a feed. Kindle not in a shooting position, though. Puck sent around right wing side. Defenseman Clifton pinching. Tied up along the boards by Strome. Back to the blue line, Graves. Koivunen there. Plays it to Clifton. Left point, Graves. Slap pass to Kindle. Right point, Clifton. Shot! Blockered away. Graves slaps it back to the net. Stopped by Husso. Rebound kick through the blue and out. Kindle was in the neighborhood. Someone lost a twig. Ducks clear to center. All the chaos. Line changes. Fire sale. Both sides. 13-15 to go in the third. The Penguins dump it in deep. Goaltender Husso plays it off the glass. Kept in by Letang, walks the line. Backhands it down past Crosby. Novak leaves it below the goal line. Stepping in is Leo Carlson for Anaheim. He hits the gas pedal. Dumped in by Chris Kreider, the former Ranger. Letang breaking that one up. Behind the goal with Sheloffs, it's Sid. To Russ, dangerous pass back to Letang. Then Letang gives it away. Carlson, holding. Centering pass blocked by 58. With it now is Troy Terry. Center point for the Ducks. Pass out of the reach of Lacombe. Letang off the glass and out. At center ice, it's Novak. 3 Ducks surround him. He dumps it in and heads off to the bench. Two-two game nearing the midway point of the third. And a turnover at center. Penguins numbers the other way. It's Hayes. Shoots. Gloves. Stopped by Husso. Billy Husso slamming the door shut for now. Can the Penguins kick it down? We'll be back. Oh, it's called Robin Hood. That's a new one. I've never heard of that one before. Robin Hood betting app.
He got the Penguins with.
No, he got the Ducks.
Oh, he got the Ducks and he
That
10 to win 15.
no, yeah, 10 to win. Yeah, that's plus 150. Yeah, that's actually. Yeah. Yeah,
It don't make sense.
he got him at plus 150.
Yeah,
so
but how can you get? I could see if he
because
put 15 to win.
The Penguins are favored.
Are they actually favored?
Yes.
By that much.
They were favored enough for him to get the Ducks at plus 150.
Wow. They have a better record, the Ducks. Are they?
Oh, that's
they go through a
interesting.
slump or something?
He put, it's not just a betting app, it's also an investment app. He's saying you can buy stock on it. That is interesting. I will have to look this up.
Who is this? Who's this?
Radcliffe.
Radcliffe.
Yes. A new viewer tonight.
Oh, I'm actually getting some feedback from the viewers.
Ozone draw for the Pens. Anaheim wins the faceoff. Trouba off the far side to neutral. LaColme into the ozone for Anaheim. Goes wide. Gets a step behind the net. Drops it back. That shot. Kareem's wide of the net. Mantha angling the center. Picked off by Anaheim there. And then the Penguins steal it back. Brazeau in the right wing. Pass across the rink. Look at Hayes protecting the puck. And then he turns it over to Ryan Poehling. He dumps the puck in deep. Pittsburgh out shooting Anaheim 35-21. 11:22 to go, third period. And we're tied up. Cleared to center by Pittsburgh. Dropped back to the Penguin D. Wotherspoon to Carlson. Good pass ahead. Chipped in by Achari. Danton Heinen to the chase. So is Achari. Hellison up the far boards. Kept in by Ryan Graves. Pushes it to the net. Deflected wide by Heinen. Achari angling back to the blue line. Graves. Clifton. Head up. Dumping it deep near side. Cycle keeps going. Achari in front. Couldn't corral it. Clifton does. Good offensive zone time here for the Penguins. Fourth line for the moment. And Hellison will send it down. Graves looks over his shoulder. Pokes it from the reach of Kreider. Around to the near side. Penguin defensive zones where the puck is. What's nice, Hollywood, about this stream feed here being very clear in HD level is I can call this action without the glasses on. Oh, Heinen with a chance here in front. Drops it back. Novak, a backhander. Kicked out by Husso on a knuckleball. Halfway through the third, we're still tied. Shade of Rust. Backhanding it up to Crosby. Tried to hit Letang going toward the net. The pass was knocked down. Rust in the corner. It's in escapes. It's along the wall. The battle is on. Dig it out, somebody. 3 aside. Kicked free by Mason McTavish. And Anaheim gets it out the center. Seneke going north. Uh-oh. 2-on-1 the other way. That shot there blocked. So is the pass. And away go the Penguins. Dropping. Crosby. Letang. Shooting. Stopped by Husso. Off go the Ducks on a counter. McTavish down the left wing. Pass across. Misses everybody. Letang dips it to center. Anaheim drops it back to their defense. And both sides can take a sigh of relief and get fresh skaters out with 9 minutes to go. Here's Poehling. Pass across. Given up. What an intercept there. That feed by Ville Koivunen. He'll go off the window and high. Puck is tracked at center. Backhanded along by Hellison, out of play. Did that go off of something or not? First, Shea, great play to block the pass. Then he blocked the shot to keep us tied. 8:45 to go in the third.
On the chat to talk to him? Or?
Yes, well, he came on the chat, yes. The Penguins, no, excuse me, not the Penguins. The Pittsburgh Pirates have signed left-handed relief pitcher Gregory Soto to a 1-year, $7.75 million deal.
I don't like it. Yeah, pitching. I want bats.
We are tied at 2, under 9 minutes left in the third period. Kindle wins the draw back. Letang, Carlson a drive, it's blocked. Right to Letang, pass rush, shot by Koivu and glove save. Husso, rebound cleared by the Ducks. Penguins up to 38 shots on goal. Coming over to his right to make that stop. Lacombe starting from behind the net of Husso from square one. Gives it to Trouba. Ahead now to Chris Kreider. Miscommunication there. Penguins take the puck back in their own end. Off the hand of Achari. Play keeps going. Lacombe along. Stutter step entry Leo Carlson. With Troy Terry left wing side at the dot. Back to the point. Gudas across. Shot there. Blocked down. Rebound. Sent back out. Zellweger to Gudas, rather. Now Terry. Dumping in deep. Wotherspoon along the far dasher. Penguins work it out to neutral ice. Reaching for that Zellweger. Stretch pass cross rink to Kreider. On the angle in. Taken by Wotherspoon of Pittsburgh. Spins away from the check. Good outlet to Hayes. Off he goes. It's Mantha with it now. Leaving Clifton. Hayes back up to Mantha. Wrist shot stopped by Husso. Maybe hit a body in front. Anaheim clears the rebound to center. Penguins will try again. Justin Brazeau on the entry. What a keep at the line momentarily. Then the Ducks skitter it away. Here they come on a counter. McTavish, floating pass, shot there. And Sheloff's the stop. Kept it from going through the wickets. Good look there by Gauthier. Squeezing the legsies. Orders Sheloffs. Digging deep. 7:04 to go. Face off to the right of the Penguin netminder. McTavish loses the draw to Crosby. Graves up the far boards, gets it to center. We're under 7 minutes to play. And a turnover. Crosby brings it in offside. Neutral zone face-off possessed by the Ducks. We are tied at 2. It is dumped in deep. Seneke goes after it on the forecheck. Centering pass there, blocked away. Rust gobbles it up. Sauces it intended for Crosby. It was broken up by the Ducks. They come back on the attack. Chance there, thrown to the net by McTavish. Save made by Sheloffs. Shea up the far side. Work to neutral. Swept away from Rust. Dumped in by Seneke of Anaheim. Get back in your net, Arters. My goodness, Novak. Plays it up to Heinen. He'll skate at the center ice. Chip it along. Brian Rust will head off. Line change, Pittsburgh. LaColme skates it at center. Cuts to the inside, into the zone. Pass across, glove down by Frank Petrano. He got hit in the face with a puck. He's back in the game. Killorn wheels it below the goal line. Broken up by Wotherspoon. Down by Carlson. He will lift the Anaheim zone for the Penguins. Batted down. Taken by LaColme. Gets it to center. Slived ahead by the Penguins. Heinen swipes it back to Wotherspoon. D-to-D goes with Carlson. Stretched ahead into the zone. Duber to the net. Swept wide of the net. Achari on the far side. Toward the corner. Strome recovers for the Ducks, and they get it back to the Penguin end. 5:22 to go and counting. Game tied at 2. Connor Clifton from square one. Accelerates through center. Got the red line. Pass on the left wing side. Then it's on the Clifton. He tried to center it for Kindle. Pass broken up by Paling. And the Ducks send it out. Granlund to it. Calms it down. Wheeling play in front. Broken up by BK. Anaheim again below the goal line. Worked it out to the point. Zellweger dumps it deep below the goal line. Ducks play it to the far side. Penguins there. Off they come 4 strong. It's a 4-on-2. Kindle, pass skated into by McGordy. Looks over his shoulder. Powers it below the goal line. Gets it to Koivunen. To the point. Now Letang. Head up. Gives it to Koivunen. To Kindle. To the blue line, Graves. Now Letang. Head up. Dancing. Holding. Shot blocked. Rebound Koivunen. Up top near the blue line. Across he goes to Kindle. Pass across, Letang, behind the net, holding, stuffing, stopped by Husso. Letang again on the rebound. Ville Koivunen to it, up top. Graves, excuse me, not Graves, Shea rather keeps it in. Right point Koivunen, pass across Kindle, whips it to the net, stopped by Husso. Rebound loose, penalty coming up against the Ducks. And the Penguins will get a power play with 4 minutes to go in a tie game. What about Vegas?
How they're always right.
I did not. This bet was put in before.
Oh my.
Whew. It's night and day for hockey when the stream's in standard definition versus high definition. It is night and day. Some scores around the NHL right now. Lightning over Montreal 6-1. Devils and the Senators are tied. So are the Golden Knights and the Islanders in the third, also tied at 3. Blue Jackets and the Hurricanes are tied at 1, end of 2. Flyers lead the Sharks 3-1. This game we know about already. Blues over the Bruins right now 1-0. Dallas over Winnipeg 3-1. Sabres and the Oilers just getting underway. The penalty is right here. The goaltender, Ville Husso, called for a minor penalty holding the stick. So a teammate will serve the minor. Penguins to their 4th power play of the game. 4 minutes to go in a tie game. Crosby v. Paling on the face-off. Crosby wins it back cleanly. Carlson center point. Along the Sid. Down low. Mantha tried to go backdoor. They score! bar! They bank it in right away! Off the Ducks defender! It'll go to Mantha! The Penguins have the lead! This pass went off the goaltender's stick and in. He beat himself.
Wow, I didn't notice that. That's right, you did.
It went off the goalie's stick and in. And the Penguins have a 3-2 lead. Another point for Crosby, 17-18 in his career, 5 shy of tying Lemieux. 3.5 to go. Suddenly the Ducks trail by a goal. Leo Carlsson powers into the offensive zone, dumps it in. Lacombe pinching down from the near side, puck around to the far side, Troy Terry. Sends it down the wall. Centering pass there, deflected wide of Sheloff's Penguin netminder. Mantha in trouble. Crater from the corner. Zellweger centers it, nobody home. Back out to the point. Hellison dumps it deep under 3 minutes to go. When will Anaheim pull the goalie? Cleared out to center. Zellweger to McTavish. High and in, 2:35 to go. Shea around the far dasher. Penguins deflected out. Husso still in the net. Anaheim on the attack. It's Mason McTavish on the right wing. Backhander. Stopped by Sheloff's. Extra attacker on here for the Ducks. Goalie is yanked with 2:18 to go. Back to center point. Lacombe with a slapper off of Sheloff's. Ducks to it on the rebound. Back up top to the blue line. Lacombe, Granlund, Rister, never got all the way through. Dewar, high, and out. The net is empty for the Ducks. Under 2 minutes to play. In a 3-2 lead for the Penguins. Letang from below his goal line. Backhands it, goes out of play. So it'll be an offensive zone face-off for the Ducks with 1:44 to go. And they'll be able to get organized for exactly what they want to do here. Timeout Anaheim. Timeout Ducks. Goal summary in this one tonight. It all started in the first. Noel Achari delivering the first Noel in this game. Then Lacombe of the Ducks in the second. He tied the game. Then a little bit later in the second period, Troy Terry went top shelf to give Anaheim the lead. And then Tommy Novak, 18 seconds left in the period, out of his bag of tricks, the tush push off Husso and into the net to tie it. And a few moments ago, Anthony Mantha with the go-ahead PPG power play goal off the deflection in front. .144 left. Penguins a season high, 40 shots on goal tonight. Off the face-off, Granlund to the blue line, dumped in right wing side. Back across the rink it goes. What a keep there by Lacombe. The point. Have to pull it out again. Tied up on the far wall. Penguins clear. Crosby swats it. Russ the only one down there. He gets to it. Behind the net. Trying to box out. Ducks get it back. 1:20 to go. Is Carlsson on the drop. Slipped in by Troy Terry. Wotherspoon. Off the glass, kept in by the Ducks. Puck trickles below the goal line. Wotherspoon to the corner. Penguins out the center, under a minute to go. Foot race, Lacombe, body position, shielding, and saving the game for now for Anaheim. 46 seconds to go. Dumped in from center red. They cannot get set up here. Heinen swiping below the goal line. Tie up. Ducks have it. Worked out. Dangle. Backhander. Stopped. Rebound far corner. Kept in here by the Ducks. No, Kreider lost it. Did he trip a man? This is going down to the empty net. No, it's wide. No icing as well. And a penalty coming up against the Ducks. Tripping penalty here for the Ducks. That makes it really tricky right now. So Kreider to the box, Penguins to the power play. Be a miraculous one here for Anaheim. Husso has to come back into the net for now. Crosby wins the face-off back. Penguins playing keep away here. 8 seconds left. Husso going for the extra attacker. Ducks into the zone. Reaching in to the net. They're down. And they say the Ducks are celebrating. The horn went off. Did they tie it? Did they tie it?
Huge strength.
Let's see. Did this go in the net? It is. Oh my gosh, it's in the net. They tied the game. Hollywood, they tied the game with a shorthanded goal with 1/10 of a second left. How did this get in the net?
Our own players threw it between his legs.
It is a goal to tie it. Seneke, unbelievable. A short-handed goal by the Ducks to tie it.
How did he grab a puck for it and hit it out the other way?
That is unbelievable. That takes the cake. Ready for it to get even more wacky? Because it was a short-handed goal by Anaheim, the Penguins are on the power play for about the first minute 42 to start overtime. They confirm it as a good goal upon review. I think I finally saw what happened here. The Ducks just threw it in the blue paint. They threw it in the blue paint.
65.
Penguin defenseman 65 Erik Karlsson was sliding, trying to block a pass from getting through there. It got through, hit his glove, went under Sheloff's, and into the net with 1/10 of a second left. Incredibly, I mocked it 18 seconds ago about them getting a game-tying goal. But here we are, we're going to OT.
I just said this game's over.
I have never seen something like that in my career.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Wow, welcome in everybody. Thank you for being with us. Give us a thumbs up, click that like button. If you're brand new, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are going to overtime. as Chris Kreider committed a tripping minor with 17 seconds remaining. The Ducks were down a goal, down a man, and the puck was all the way in their defensive zone. And they managed to get a jailbreak, pulled their netminder, threw it in front of the net, and it ricochets in to tie it.
They were short-handed, too.
Yes.
With like 16 seconds left, it was.
I have never. What an effort.
Win this game, I'll tell you. It's one for the ages.
This is unbelievable.
You can kind of blame the goaltender for that, too.
That is one of the most improbable goals I have ever seen. Overtime is underway. 4-on-3 OT. Penguins the man advantage. Still, Erik Karlsson at center. Bumps it into the zone. Chasing to it, Brian Rust, far side. Ducks pry it free. Rimmed around the boards and all the way down the clear. Anthony Mantha holding on to it for Sidney Crosby. Swats the puck out of the air. Puck is bouncing. Anaheim sends it down. Sheloff throws it up the center ice quickly. Crosby. Cross-rink Mantha. Down the left wing. Shoots it wide of the goal. Far side Karam Karlsson up top. They finally got organized. Karlsson center point to Sidney Crosby. Top of the right wing circle. Down low. Mantha. Backhander. Lifts it up over the net. Swept out by Rust. Fielding that one in is Crosby. To Karlsson. Top of the left dot. Walking the plank. Karlsson. To Mantha. Head up. Switching positions. Mantha. Karlsson. Down low to Rust. Back to Karlsson. Rust. Back to Mantha. Off a body and wide. Rebound to Mantha. 15 to go in the power play. Mantha. Down low. Crosby. Up to Mantha. Karlsson. Not in the wheelhouse. To Brian Rust. Up to Karlsson. To Rust, not in the wheelhouse. Penalty expires in 3 seconds. Rust, center point Karlsson. Back to 4-on-4 even strength. Karlsson, Mantha, Karlsson. Rust whips it to the net. Stopped by Husso. Freezes play. Gets the whistle. Penguins cannot cash in on that power play. And with 38. 3:11 to go in overtime. With the whistle, 3-on-3 now. And if I'm the Penguins, I use my timeout right now. That Crosby unit was out there for nearly 2 minutes. If you want him again to be available in this overtime, I would have used my timeout right there. Here come the Ducks. It is Granlund, the crisscross at center. Leo Karlsson, kept to the outside. Drops it all the way back to the point. LaColme misses it. Foot race, center ice. LaColme wins the race for Anaheim. 2:46 to go in overtime. Letang pressured by Karlsson. He goes down. Ducks take the puck. Granlund's pass blocked by the boot of Letang. Granlund goes down. No penalty called. LaColme floating. Granlund right wing side. Crisscross handoff coming up top, and it does. Leo Karlsson with a shot. That's blocked. Rebound found by the Penguins, and they might have numbers the other way. 2-on-1. Kindle and Letang. Kindle. Shot there. Stopped by Husso. Kindle got the rebound. Shoots. Missed the net. Novak. Slubs on the pass, but at least he keeps possession. 2:05 to go in the overtime. Line change both sides. Here's Novak dragging, centering, backhander, stopped by Husso on Karlsson. Crosby back out here. Novak coming out from behind the net. Gets it to EK. Karlsson, slap pass out of the goal. Crosby, Novak, no! Rebound in the blue, still loose. Ducks poke it away into the bench. How did they not score?
there.
Off the post and off the stick of Billy Husso. He had a Connor Dewar had a wide open net. Great balls of fire. I can't believe how he did not score there. Timeout, Penguins. You get one. Might as well use it here in overtime.
It's a miraculous comeback in this game.
1:38 remaining in the overtime session. .140 to go. It will be an offensive zone face-off for the Pittsburgh Penguins with 100 seconds remaining in overtime. Crosby, Rust, I believe that's Carlson back there at the blue line. Crosby wins the face-off. Carlson to open space. Rust is there. Drops it back to Carlson at center ice to keep possession. Carlson moonwalking through center down the right wing. Speed, shot, pad save made. Got his own rebound. Kicks it back to Crosby. He sent it over to Rust. He couldn't get it to the net. And then the official there ran some interference on Crosby, and the Ducks clear to center. Dumped in by Granlund, 1:10 to go. And the Penguins will get the puck. Brian Rust slowing it down. He's at center. Into the zone. Handoff back onside to Letang. Uh-oh. Flipped it back. Pass picked off by Anaheim, intended for Kindle. And then Seneke, who miraculously tied this game, has the puck right now. 44 to go in overtime. Through center into the zone. Goes wide. Turning back. Cross rink feed. Stepping in front of that is Kindle. Uh-oh. Dropping. Shooting. Glove stop. Made by Shelofs. 25 to go. Off goes Letang. With Novak. Sends it deep. Down low. Far side. Letang is there for the Penguins. Sends it over cross rink. Ben Kindle got it. Holding, head up, going well wide, 12 seconds to go in the overtime. Kindle, saucing, Novak, backhander off the arm of Husso. 5 seconds to go. Kindle, stopped by Husso at the horn. We go to shootout. We go to a shootout. Penguins 48 shots to the Ducks 28. All the looks the Penguins had.
I guess the goalies are about equal.
And they could not end it.
Are the goalies about equal?
I would say so. Husso's playing out of his mind tonight. So everybody, we are going to a shootout. We are tied at 3. The Penguins will go first. Coming in, Novak is stopped by Husso. Leo Carlson going first for Anaheim. In on Shilovs. He scores. He flipped it up over him. And the Ducks lead through round 1. Here's Sidney Crosby in the shootout. On Husso, in, glove stop! Left-handed larceny by Billy Husso. If the Ducks score, they win. Game on the line. In, miss the net! Troy Terry comes up empty. Penguins need to score to keep it going. The rookie, Billy Koivunen. He's in! Husso the save, and Anaheim miraculously wins this one in a shootout.
Got away with murder.
Bloody murder. And the Penguins are now 0-5 in shootouts this year. Oh and 5 in shootouts. There's only one positive thing to say about it. If they do make the Stanley Cup playoffs, there's no shootouts. Wow. Everybody, these shootouts work where it's a one-on-one, mano-a-mano, shooter against goalie, best of 3. That's how the shootout goes. And Anaheim comes out on top in this one. Ville Husso steals it for the Ducks. Anaheim wins, tying it with a 1/10 of a second left, and then winning in the shootout 4-3 the final.
Good game they called.
Whew.
You picked the right one to call. Definitely the right one.
So the 4 games I've done this year, we are 2-0-2. 2 wins, 0 regulation losses, 2 overtime losses.
We got a point at least.
Yes, folks, the Ducks won.
What's funny is I couldn't think. There was no more time on the clock at all. 1 second, 1/10 of a second. Right? 1/10 of a second, was it?
Yes, he tied the game with a 1/10 of a second to go. I think out of all of the hockey games that I've done over the years, this result at the end, the most stunning.
But
they were short-handed.
They were short-handed, and they had 16 seconds on their side of the
ice.
Their side of the ice.
Wow.
You could have just piled all the Penguins on in front of the net.
I thought the Penguins were just going to throw the puck down to their end of the ice and then slap it down the ice intentionally.
They had an empty net, didn't they? And we didn't go for it or something. Didn't
No.
Crosby have something?
That was when it was 3-2 before the penalty. Everybody, before you leave, like the stream, give us a thumbs up, click that subscribe button if you enjoyed our content tonight. Want to thank all of you for watching this evening. Our final score is Anaheim 4, Pittsburgh 3 in the shootout. Our next football stream of the Pittsburgh Steelers will be Monday night when they take on the Miami Dolphins. Our next hockey stream to be determined, but it could be on Thursday when the Penguins play Montreal.
You lost a point there.
Yeah, that was a point that was just lit on fire and burned.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that was. That was a point that was lit on fire and
pack it in.
burned.
Pack it in and leave.
Did you hear that big tape measure?
Yes, it's in my coat
The
upstairs.
Penguins lost with 1/10 of a second.
I heard him say that.
That's the least. That's the most you can lose, or least you can lose by.
Everybody, we are going to sign off this evening. Our post-stream
Interesting.
prayer coming up as Anaheim. That's the definition of
We were winning
snatching
by a point.
victory.
1/10 of a second, they tied it up. The thing is, there was 16 seconds left, and they had the puck on the other side of the rink. And the thing is that they were short a guy, Kurt. They were short a guy, and they still scored with 16 seconds left.
No, Anaheim was a man down.
Hasn't the Penguins done that quite a few times? Not that badly. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
By the way, thanks for the pizza.
Oh, you're welcome.
But everybody, our final score is 4-3, and we will wrap it up tonight with a post-stream prayer. Our next Penguin live stream could potentially be next time out when they play on Thursday, home against the Montreal Canadiens. Lord Jesus, in your name I pray. Lord, I'm going to thank you for all of our viewers who tuned in, Lord. Bless them with your hand of favor. And, Lord, want to thank you for being able to call this game tonight, even though the result was not what all of us hoped for, but definitely entertaining and stunning, to say the least. Definitely stunning. Absolutely, completely stunning. Extend your hand of favor to Hollywood and my dad and myself. Extend that hand of favor to Victor, Charlie, Canton, and George, and the rest of our crew, too. In your name I pray, amen.
Amen.
Everybody, if we don't see you Thursday, we will see you Monday. For Hollywood and the rest of our crew here in the Truth Serum, Joey the Truth Wagner signing off, saying good night, God bless. You have been watching Pittsburgh Penguins hockey right here in the Truth Serum. We will see you next time. Good